do this thing. You all are here. We'll start out with just a nice, simple warm-up, jogging it out or marching it out. I don't think any of you tends to modify, but I'll still give those modification options as we go through. Start to pick those heels up, tuning these into butt kickers, really lifting those heels as high as you can so the front of the body gets longer, the front of the legs in particular, and we're contracting through the hamstrings. Take 10. Last 3, 2, 1. Take those feet wide, turn the toes forward, bending into either knee, and then shifting the weight to the other. So just a nice, simple warm-up version of our side lunge, alternating from side to side. And whatever leg you land on now, turn towards that leg, make this a high lunge. And you can think about your yoga high lunge, your crescent lunge, back heel is up, back leg is pretty straight and strong. Arms, though, could be up, they could be down, they could be on your leg. Take a deep breath in, and then breath out. Come back to the other side, find your side lunge there. Rotate towards that same leg, find your high lunge, back heel up, back leg long. Again, and arms that work for you, work for me. And then we'll come to center for our hamstring stretch into the hips and fold over. You could let your arms hang, you could grab your legs, you could take a chest stretch. So whatever you need to do here, knees might be a little bit bent, they might be fully straight. Give your head a shake yes, and a shake no. And then let your body roll up the knees a lot. And then just turn the heels and toes in a couple of paces until you're in a sumo squat start. Toes are out a little bit, but we're not super wide in our feet. 10 air squats, strapping the hips, pushing through the heels to come up. Inhale on the down, exhale on the up, really finding that squeeze at the top of the stand, and you might hear your hips pop a little bit. Mine just popped. You've got 3, 2, 1. Okay, widening out those feet, getting into a shoulder stretch. Come into your plie squat, aka your goddess squat. Pick either hand to push into that same inner thigh. Look over the other shoulder. Take a deep breath. And then other side. Hand to the inner thigh. Look over the opposite shoulder. Find your breath. All right, then stand it up. Heel to the feet. Roll it in. Okay, super short warm up today. If you need something else, another stretch, a sip of water, 30 seconds to just move really fast. Do whatever you need to do. Again, make sure you have your weights and your glides handy. We're going to go through a circuit today. Some moves will be 30 seconds, some will be 45. And we'll go through this circuit 2 times through before we get to our yoga. First move, we need both weights. So again, I have 8 pounds, but 5s, 8s, 10s, 15s, 20s, they all work. We're going to start standing facing either side. We're starting with the right leg. We're going to lunge, let the body tilt up, and then step forward. Lunge, step up. If this is not enough for you, you're lunging back and you're kicking forward. You're lunging back and you're kicking forward. Okay, we have 30 seconds on the right and 30 seconds on the left. We did this move maybe like a week or 2 ago, so we're bringing it back into the fold. Here we go. And again, I think everyone who I see that is on the video now, you should add that kick, but if for some reason you don't feel super stable in your left leg, then maybe it's just that tap. Both knees are bent in this lunge. You're letting your arms wing back a little bit. So almost like the end of a tricep extension if we were in a bent over row. 5, 4, keep going. 3, 2, 1. Set up for your left side. Here we go. Back lunge to tap or kick. Again, we're letting those arms swing with us. The hardest part is finding that balance at the end. Belly button to spine. Spine is long. Eyes are focused. Next move, we won't need our weights, so we'll drop them. You keep going, though, for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, next move, we're coming into cardio. Heel click jumps. I would highly recommend that you use your arms. When your body comes off the ground, you bring your arms up. You're coming into a small squat, you're bending your knees, heel click up. Heel click up. If you don't feel like jumping, It's a step. It's almost like a modified jumping jack, but you're also bending your knees like folks who would do the heel click. This one is 45 seconds, moving as fast as you can. Here you go. This should get you pretty tired at the end of the 45. Again, you're being honest with yourself, with your joints. If you need that mod, you're still moving fast. You're bending at one knee, you're pulling the heel up. If your joints feel great, you're jumping. You're trying to click those heels. And if you can get really high off the ground, do it. Swinging those arms up can help you find that lift. We're coming back to our weights in 10. Keep going for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, pick up one weight. Next move, we're going to take a sumo squat into a heel raise and a shoulder press. We're going to start squatting with one weight in front of one shin. It doesn't matter to me where you start. When you come spinning, you lift your weight up, you lift your heels, come back to the other side, lift it up. You could do this with straight arms the whole time, or you could bend in as you come up, then press, straight, bend in, then press, okay? They're both good. Neither is harder than the other, just two ways to do it. There we go. So finding that squat, finding that press. We are doing this move as fast as we can without toppling over. So you really want to hit that quick heel raise by squeezing the booty nice and tight, by pulling the belly to the spine. This weight is adding a little bit of resistance. We're also getting in a smidge of a twist when we come down into the squat. Next move, we're going to keep that one weight. You have 5 more seconds here. And stop. Okay, next move, we're coming back to 30 seconds because it's one leg at a time. You're holding the weight just like you were, long ways between both hands. You can start with your right foot on the ground or your left foot on the ground. My right foot on the ground is my better side, so I'm going to come into a squat, lift my left leg, press my arms up and leg out to the side, come back, lift, press, out, lift, press, out. And if you want to kind of bypass the bend, that's fine. You could go straight out to the side instead, okay? 30 seconds, try to go fast. Here you go. So some of you were in class yesterday, the body sculpting 30 minutes, and we did timed exercises where we weren't focused on moving quickly or number of reps. We were really focused on good form. Today, we're trying to get higher numbers of reps while also, again, not making it sloppy, not hurting ourselves, not falling over, but we are still targeting speed. Keep going for 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Same arm movement, different leg. Here you go. Squat on the down, press on the up. And you may, like me, feel like if you started on your better side, that the second side is noticeably wobblier. So maybe that means you slow down a little bit on this side, but again, you're not going slow, you're still moving fast. Keep going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop your weight. Next move is just cardio, 45 seconds. We're going to do a side run with 2 jumping jacks. You can start on either side. You're running to the side, tapping the ground, 2 jumping jacks. Shuffling to the side, tapping the ground, 2 jumping jacks. You can modify those jumping jacks if you need to. Pick a side, 45 seconds. Here we go. Make sure you tap down before you do your jumping jack. Can be a fun move if you have kids at home or pets. They're like, what are you doing? Just moving fast, adding in some level changes. Moving in that lateral plane. You have about 15 more seconds. Then we're coming to the ground. Keep going for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. We're going to be on the ground for the next 4 exercises. Grab your weights, you'll need it for one of those. Make sure your glides are handy at the back of your mat for one of the exercises. Next exercise, though, you don't need anything but your body weight and your mat. We're going to take it into a corkscrew. We'll start in plank. Right leg will kick through, left hand will tap the right leg back to plank, and then other side. And you just keep going right and left, finding that twist. Highly recommend that you allow the ankle of the foot that is not kicking through to turn to the side and back. Okay? 45 seconds. Here we go. Again, we are going for speed, but not sloppy. And if you can't fully straighten your leg as you kick it out, don't worry about it. Bend the knee if you need to. More about getting in that twist than extending that leg. Keeping that plank tight. We have 20 more seconds, team. I know you're all doing an awesome job. Building up that endurance. 10 more seconds. And stop. Okay, next move. No equipment needed but your body and your mat. Again, 1 push-up, pike your hips to down dog, right hand to left knee, left hand to right knee, come back to plank, push-up. Visually what that looks like, you can push up however you want. I would suggest you keep your hands forward so you don't have to adjust your hands. Push-up, plank, down dog, right hand to left knee, left hand to right, roll forward, repeat, okay? If you need to do the push-up on your knees, do the push-up on your knees and then lift back onto your knees for down dog, okay? 45 seconds, start now. So push-up first, down dog. Don't whack your kneecap. It's a light tap. Keep your core engaged, even in that down dog. If you don't feel very stable in the knee tap, widen your feet a bit. Again, start to feel like your form is faltering on the knees for the push-up, on the toes for the down dog. If you are on the knees, remember, your butt is forward of your knees. Your butt is not over your knees. 5, 4, keep going. 3, 2, 1, and stop. All right, next move, we're going to come to those glides, hamstring curls. So we're going to sit on our butts. Either your heels are on the glides or your flat feet. I think pretty much everyone has done this before, but in case you forgot or you haven't done this, you're going to lie down. You want space for your legs to move. So you want to have your butt at the edge of the mat, and if you need to, you roll your mat up. Arms are anchored by your sides. Your butt is off the ground a few inches, and you straighten your legs out and pull your knees in. Your knees are hip distance apart. Your butt stays off the ground. Super effective. It feels exactly like hamstring curls in TRX straps. So lie on down, get your glides or your proxy glides, and here you go. Again, we're going for speed. My demo speed was slow, just so you could see what was happening, but you're going fast. Butts off the ground. Even an inch is off the ground. Belly to spine. Try to straighten your legs as much as you can before you bend in. Imagine there's a yoga block between your knees, and you don't let that block fall. Inhale when you straighten. Exhale when you pull in. Breathing in, breathing out. You got this. Woo! We're going to feel those hamstrings after this. Time-wise, you've got 3, 2, 1. Lay down. Grab your weights. Next, we have a lat pullover in a bridge. Again, something you all have probably done many, many times. Arms are straight for this move, okay? Keeping the hips up in a bridge. If you want to heel raise while you're here or pulse, that's your prerogative. We'll start with The palms facing in, and we'll keep them facing in. Arms are straight, but we're not locked out in our elbows. They are straight, though. We'll inhale to bring the arms back. We are not bending the elbows. Exhale to come up. So it's not a skull crusher. It's a lat pull. We're pulling overhead and then coming up to the chest, okay? If you have any elbow injuries or shoulder injuries, you might not go all the way to the floor. You won't see me doing that because I have a hurt left elbow. So feel free to go just halfway if you need to, okay? 45 seconds, here we go. Again, you're just sustaining your bridge while you do this. You inhale when the weights come overhead. You exhale when they come up. Again, you are resisting the urge to bend at the elbow. You're using the strength in your back to pull over. We have just 2 more moves after this. Then we'll take a quick break and repeat. The exact next move will be on the mat with your weights, and the final move will be no weights, standing up. 1 more cardio. Last 8. And come on down. Okay. Next move, full sit up with a cross punch. You can choose to use your weights, like I mentioned, or if this feels like too much, don't use your weights. We're going to full sit up. Punch to the left, punch to the right, come on back down, lift it up, punch right, punch left. Okay? Again, if the weights are too much, if it's hurting your neck, don't use them. Here we go. Drill through the feet. Pull that belly to the spine. Getting that twist in at the top. Working those shoulders and arms as well. You may want to really push out the exhale through the mouth when you punch. We are at 20 seconds to go. Don't let yourself give up. You've come this far. And the really great reward is that 30 minutes of yoga after this. Okay? So make sure you put the work in to get there. Last 3, 2, 1. Okay. Drop those weights. Stand it on up. Next move we have jump switch lunge or plyo lunge. And if you're not jumping, you can just step it. We'll take 3 of those, right, left, right, and then you get to decide. You jump from 2 feet to 1 foot and knee drive twice, or you don't jump and you just knee drive. And then we go left, right, left, same thing on the other side, jumping the back foot up and in, or knee driving, okay? The 3 reps of the lunge is important so that you can alternate sides. The 2 reps of the knee drive is less important. You could do 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, okay? 45 seconds on the clock. Right leg is forward. Here we go. Left, right, right knee, right, left knee, left knee. Now you go at your fast pace. I keep my arms just at my chest, but you could decide to do something different with your arms. Strong breath. We just have 1 more round after this, and then it's all yoga. Getting into that lunge, getting high with that knee drive, and stop. Okay, take a water break, take a towel break, take a clothes adjustment break, walk it out, whatever you need. We'll take about 15, 20 more seconds to catch our breath. We're starting with the lunge back into the kick or the lunge back into the step. Make sure you have your weight. 30 seconds on either side. Grab your weights if you haven't already. Right leg will be the one that moves back and kicks first. Here we go. 30 seconds on the clock have started. Remember, for this guy, arms are straight. There's not a jump here. We're getting that cardio in without jumping. We're moving in that forward and back plane. Core is tight to keep us strong. I would not recommend looking off to the side because it can destabilize you. Strong standing leg and stop. All right, team, left leg is the moving leg. Set it up. Here we go. Now that we know the moves, we're going to pump through them faster than the first round. Using that breath again. Remember that next move, we don't need any weight. It's that heel click jump or that modified jumping jack with bent knees. You guys keep going for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop your weights. Heel click jump. Here you go. Time has started. Again, fast transitions. Keeping safety top, though, so we're not wildly moving fast without kind of any care to our joints or to our space. Next move is that sumo squat press to the heel raise, alternating sides with one weight between both hands. You guys keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Grab a weight. 45 seconds. Weights between both hands. Start in that squat. Here you go. Squat to press. And the press has that heel raise. The first one might be a little rickety. So learn from that. Do you need to engage your glutes more? Do you need to engage your core more? Do you need to think about the hips being over the ankles when you lift up? Try not to let the ribs splay wide when you lift the arms overhead. 10 more seconds, team. And then we have that single leg squat press out to that side kick or that side lift. All right. Pick a side. Doesn't matter to me which side you start with. 30 seconds starts now. So we squat, we press and kick. Remember, you don't have to bend the knee. You could just go straight out. Again, we're going for speed and safety. We're not worried about super precision right now. Elbows forward, weight up. You keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Quickly, other side, here we go. Other leg, same arm. Other leg, same arm. Hopefully you're breathing as heavy as I am. Again, if you want to kick it out, kick it out. If you want to just push it out straight, you push it out straight. You keep going. I'm stopping for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Side shuffle tap, 2 jumping jacks. Pick the side you want to be. Ditch your weight. Here we go. And you could be moving a lot farther than I am if you have space. You might be moving a lot less than I am side to side because of space. Getting that side squat shuffle, tapping the ground, 2 jumping jacks. Oh, 10 more seconds. Again, you're moving. I've stopped. You keep moving though. We're coming to the mat next. In 3, 2, 1. Okay. Make sure you have your weights and your glides with you. That corkscrew, top arm to bottom leg from plank. Here we go. Again, fast transitions from move to move. We'll rest between this and yoga. I'll give you a nice good minute to two to catch your breath, okay? But give me what you have while we have this HIIT work happening. Don't let yourself give up. If you see me come out of a move 5 to 10 seconds earlier, it's because I'm trying to adjust our timer so that you guys don't have to wait on me. Again, this is a place you keep moving. I've stopped. We're coming into the push-up, down dog, knee tap. Okay, set it up. Find your plank. Be on your knees if you need to for your push-ups. Here we go. One push-up, plank, knee tap. Remember your tricks. On your knees and then off. If the push-up doesn't feel good or you know your form is severely compromised. Wide feet if you feel like the down dog doesn't feel super stable. Core is on for all of this. Again, it's about that quick speed. We're going to be on our backs with those glides in less than 15 seconds. Just a few more moves to go in our HIIT. Again, friends, keep moving and come on down. Okay, hopefully your glides are still where they were. Lay on your back. Get ready for those hamstring curls. Make sure you have room for your legs. And here we go. Here we go. Sometimes my phone doesn't respond to my hand. Hips are off the ground. Again, we're moving fast. We've got that imaginary yoga block between the knees to keep the legs hip distance. 3 more moves. Next, we've got that dumbbell pull over in bridge. That's that straight arm pull over. No skull crushers here, no triceps in that move. We're working the lats. Keep on going. You might see me come out, but you keep going. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, flitter back. Grab one weight in each hand. Lay down, set up your bridge. Pullovers, here we go. Lists are facing each other for this guy. You're in that perpetual bridge. If this doesn't work for you, then your back is flat on the ground. Remember, you're deciding what is safe for you in terms of the range of motion in your shoulder, what the pressure is in your elbow and wrist. So if you feel good, feel free to tap the ground completely with straight arms. If you're having an issue, injury, you're going halfway or less. Again, that bridge is optional. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next, you have that full sit-up with that cross punch. Grab your weights. Here we go. Full sit-up, cross punch. Exhale, exhale, down. Again, if this feels unsafe for you with weights, your weights maybe are too heavy, you have a back injury, you have a neck injury, then you're not using your weights. Maybe you even have your hands behind your head and you're doing your twist like that. You want your feet to be anchored. One trick you can use if you ever want to do this on your own is to put your shoes, your feet underneath your couch or a heavy chair, or to have someone who loves you, that lives with you, hold your ankles or feet so that you're not having those legs fly in the air. And stop. Okay, last move. Those 3 lunge jumps alternating into those 2 knee drives or those 2 single leg hops. We'll start with the right leg forward, left leg back. 45 seconds begins now. Begins now. So getting in those 3. So that you can alternate sides. If you're not feeling the jumping, it's just a knee drive. Trying to get into those lunges again. Speed is important here. Time-wise, less than 15. You keep going. I've stopped for 2, for 1. Awesome work. Okay, now's that time. If you were using shoes for HIIT, take those shoes off. Feel free to take your socks off. Hydrate. Let your heart rate come down. Get your weights out of the way. Make sure your mat space is clear. And we'll take about another minute to transition. So doing whatever you need to do to transition from the HIIT workout to the yoga workout. And today we will be doing a lot of heart opening, culminating in bow pose, which is a back bend on the stomach. And we'll get there when we get there. You don't need any props unless you want them. So if you like blocks for balance or water bottle for balance, have that available. If you want a strap for deeper stretches, you can grab that. I just won't cue with any of those props today, but again, you do what you need to do. And we will meet in child's pose. We'll come right into our breath in child's pose, taking the knees wide, taking the arms forward, but let's flip the palms up. Let the elbows relax. Drop the forehead. Start to rock the forehead side to side. Massaging that forehead, massaging that space between the eyebrows, that third eye, that source of intuition. And then when you're ready to find stillness, find it. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Open the mouth, exhale. Inhale. Open the mouth, exhale. One more time, big breath in. Big breath out. Start to call yourself up. And we'll meet in a seat and doing some spinal mobility work in a seat. So similar to stuff that we often do on hands and knees, find a comfortable seat that works for you. We'll be moving from the waist up, so you don't have to worry about moving your legs right now. Inhale, puff your chest forward. Lift your collarbone and lift your eyes. And then exhale, reverse that. Pull the belly and round the shoulders forward, tuck the chin. 2 more. Big inhale, open the front body. Big exhale, open the back body. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Coming to a neutral spine, start to just circle the torso. And if you're sitting on your legs and they're really close together, you might want to widen your legs. Wider stance always gives us more stability and support. And then coming in the other direction. And you're not concerned about what this looks like. Do I look cool? Do I look silly? You're just making this feel good for your spine, your hips, your shoulders. And the next time you come forward, stay here, sliding either arm out. I'm sliding my left arm out, bringing my right arm overhead, but you could have started in the other direction. Inhale to turn and look up towards that top arm. And then exhale to turn the head slowly and gently to look at the bottom arm. One more time. Inhale, eyes up. Exhale, eyes down. Use the strength in your waist to lift yourself up to the other side. And see if you can catch some air between. Finding the second side bend. Inhale, drop the chin to the chest. And then exhale, pull the chin away from the chest like you're shortening the back of your neck. One more time. Again, gentle and slow. Nothing jerky here where you're going to pull your neck. Again, use the strength of your waist. Maybe catch some air coming on up. Final stretch here is a twist. Again, you can go either direction. I'm starting with my left by looking over my left shoulder, left hand behind me. Everybody, whatever side you're on, inhale to get taller. Exhale, maybe you start to look over that back shoulder a little more. One more time, big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale. Exhale, coming out, setting up your second side. Backhand behind you as a support. Inhale for length. Exhale for depth. One more round of full breath. And inhale to get taller. And then exhale back to center. And we'll make our way to down dog. And we've already been here for those knee taps twice, so it should feel fairly familiar. Start to bend one knee at a time to walk out that dog, to stretch the calf of the leg that is straightening downward. And then push these walks and walk them forward. So there's no rush for you to get into your forward fold at the top of the mat. You get there when you get there. And we'll take ragdoll today with bent knees and just arms and head hanging down. And you might decide that you want to sway this or bounce this. Some of you might just want to stay still and feel the heaviness in the body, feel the rooting in the feet, feeling the stretch in the low back and the hamstrings. And if you're not feeling quite as enough of a stretch in the back of the legs or in the spine, start to tip the hips up. Start to take the weight more into the balls of the feet, lengthening out. And maybe eventually your legs straighten. Maybe you feel that your back, your spine is lengthening downward so that the head and the neck are getting farther from the hips and closer to the earth. Take a deep breath in. Breath out, half lift, hands on the shins, pause here. Start to pull the belly to the spine, activate the core, and then pull the shoulders down the back. Left hand will stay on the left leg, left knee will bend. So put some weight into that left hip. Right hand to the low back, fingers face the back of your mat, spin your right elbow up. Take a breath in. Breath out, return, both hands on shins, both legs straight. Other side, right knee bends, put weight in that hip, left hand to the spine, or the low back, fingers face back, elbow lifts up, breath in, breath out. Bend knees, let the body just hang and slowly and carefully roll up. As slow as you need to go. You don't have to arrive when I do or when you imagine everyone else would. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, arms by the side, palms forward. We'll start with the half Surya Namaskar A, so a half sun salutation, and then we'll get right on into it. Inhale, arms lift up. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, hands on shins, half lift. Exhale, fold. This time straight back as you come up. Push through your feet. Reach your head away from your hips, up, up, up. So no rounded back. Arms by the sides. Again, inhale, arms up. Feeling the shoulders mobilize. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, straight back, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Still keeping that sense of straight back. Straight back as you lift out and up. Exhale, arms by the sides. One more time, your breath. We'll meet back and stand. All right, just 2 sun salutations and we'll pepper in some fun things in between. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, half lift. Plant the palms, step to plank. Again, a place we got really familiar with, but find some stillness because our plank in the HIIT work was really fast and twisty. And now just find that sense of stability. Look at your hands. Are your hands turned in or out? Are your fingers crunched together? You want those fingers facing forward. You want the fingers as far apart as you can get and the hands flat. We're going to work a little bit in that upper back. Make sure your legs feel activated. So pushing the heels to the back of the mat, lifting the quads up, pulling the belly up. Now start to dome the upper back, tucking the chin. So almost like a half cat, just from the bra line up. And then exhale, neutralize your spine. 2 more. Pushing your hands, dome your back. So spread your shoulder blades, tuck your chin, and then return to neutral spine plank. One more time, shoulder blades spread. So it is really actually a scapular shrug. Come on back to plank. And then inhale, shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga on the knees or on the toes, elbows by the ribs. Inhale, cobra or up dog. whatever you feel like you need, whatever variation of back bend. And then exhale, we come to down dog. This is the interlude before second sun A, right leg lift. Bend the knee, open the hip. Open it so much that you start to turn and look under that right armpit. And then exhale, step your right foot outside of your right hand for lizard. Left hand stays where it is, right arm peels up. Easy twist. Take a deep breath in. Breath out, right hand down, left knee down. So finding whatever stretch you want here. You could be on the hands, you could be down on your elbows, you could swim your right arm to the back of the mat for that stretch in the chest. You could add the quad stretch by bending the left knee. You have 2 more breaths, so getting into whatever version of opening you need, whether it's groin, hip flexors, shoulder, quads. And then coming on out. Lift your back knee, spin the back heel down, and wiggle the right foot so it's more center of the mat. Lift your body up, warrior 2. We're going to flip the right palm up and bend the right elbow to the ceiling, pat the right hand between the shoulder blades. Take this left palm, flip it behind you, and bend that elbow down. If this is not a place that your shoulders feel comfortable, this cow face, if you can't grab your hand, no worries. You can grab your sports bra or your shirt. We're going to take that reverse warrior with these cow face arms. Inhale, right knee bend, waist reaches back. Notice if that right knee has buckled in towards the center of the mat or it's opened out wide. Think about supporting the knee like it's between 2 slabs of glass. And those glass panes are pressing into the inner thigh and the outer thigh. 1 more breath here. And then let go of these arms side angle. Bringing the left arm overhead, right arm on the thigh or on the mat. Spin your ribs up. Look under your left armpit. Take a breath in. Breath out. Lift yourself back up, warrior 2. Parallel your feet, reach up, look up. Both hands behind the back, interlace the fingers. Push the fist down, lift the chest. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Bend the knees if you need to. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. 1 more time. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Release the hands. Crawl yourself to the front of the mat. Step back to plank. Go through a vinyasa if you want to, or just lift the hips for down dog. Zip the legs together, heels come high, knees bend, look forward, step or float. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Push through the feet, long back reaches you up. Exhale, arms by the side. Second Surya Namaskar, and then we'll do the left side. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, long back, dive over the legs. Inhale, half lift, still a long spine. Exhale, plant the palms for plank. We'll be here for less time. We won't do those scapular shrugs, but do maybe start to push your hands into the mat and spread your shoulder blades a little bit farther apart to thus lift your chest. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale on the knees or toes, bend the elbows right by the waist, inner elbows forward. Inhale for your back bend of choice. Exhale, down dog. Left side, here we come. Inhale, left leg lift. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hips so much again that you start to look under that left armpit. And then step the left foot outside of the left hand. Right knee is off the ground for now. Right hand is on the ground as you spin the left arm up, that easy twist. Think about activating the legs on this side. Pull the thighs in. And then left hand down, right knee down. Remember that you can take this lizard stretch wherever you need it to be. And don't feel like you have to keep your left toes pointed straight forward. If you really are looking for a groin stretch or a hip stretch in the front leg, you might want to turn the toes out a bit. 2 more breaths here. Again, just finding what you need. What are the stretches in this shape that you're looking for today, that your body is craving? And then we'll come on back up. Both hands inside of the left foot. Retuck your right toes. Relift your right knee. Drop your right heel. Wiggle the left foot to the center of the mat. Lift up, warrior two. Before we get into the arms on this side, make sure your knee is over your ankle. Your thighs feel like they're kind of suctioning in towards the thigh bone to keep the knee directly forward. Left elbow will bend up to the ceiling. Hand will come between the shoulder blades. Back arm, right arm will flip palm away from you. Bend that elbow down. Again, grab your shirt or your fingers. Inhale, reach your waist away from your left knee. Reverse warrior with cow face arms. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Breath in. Exhale, side angle. Release those arms. Left arm on thigh or floor. Right arm long over your ear. Push into that right pinky edge of foot so that right leg feels active and supporting the shape. One more breath. Warrior two, come on up. Parallel the feet, reach up, look up. This time, take your hands outside of your legs, on the thighs, the shins, the ankles, the feet. Bend your elbows out wide. So really use those arm muscles, elbows out wide. You're pulling your head down towards the floor. You're tipping your hips up. Shoulders are lifting away from the head. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. Crawl yourself back to the front of the mat and go through a vinyasa if you want to. Remember, it is not required. It's just an option. You could also step directly into your down dog. This time we'll come to the back of the mat. Walk your hands to your feet. Hands on the shins. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. This time, chair pose. Sit low. Reach the arms first by the ears. We won't actually stay here for a while. Take a peek at the knees, just like the hamstring curls we did in HIIT. Imagine a yoga block between the knees so your knees don't feel unstable. They're parallel. The weight of the body is going back into the hips, back into the heels. Your palms are turned in. Your arms are long, but your shoulders plug down the back. Take a breath in. Exhale, airplane the arms. Inhale, swing the arms forward. Now we'll add the heels. As the arms come back, the heels come up. And as the arms come forward, the heels drop. One more time. Airplane lift. Lower, forward. Drop the heels, bend the elbows wide, push the hips forward, standing back bend, 3 breaths. Pull the elbows down, squeeze the shoulder blades. Use the front of your legs and your glutes to support the shape. Full inhale. Full exhale. Full inhale. Full exhale. Mountain pose, Urdhva Hastasana, which means just the arms reach up. Inhale to look over the right shoulder. Exhale to look over the left shoulder. Coming back to center, hands to prayer, Samasthiti. Feel the thumbs connect to the sternum. Feel the shoulders and elbows relax down. Take a full inhale through the nose. Full exhale through the mouth. One-legged mountain. We'll start with the right leg lifting and the arms lifting. Weight is in the left leg. Open the right knee out to the right. And then cross the right foot over the left thigh, figure 4. Hands to prayer. Start to hinge at the hips and tip forward. Take a deep breath in. Breath out. Come back to one-legged mountain. Extend the right leg forward. Step your way into high lunge to crescent lunge. Bend your elbows to the side just like we did in mountain. Lift your heart. Think about pulling your heart space forward and pulling your shoulders back to support that heart space. Exhale, airplane the arms, tip the body weight forward. Keep the arms back. Really think, turn the thumbs out, turn the pinkies in, and shift the weight forward, warrior 3. Lifting the left leg, pushing through the left heel. From here, keep the warrior 3, just swim the arms forward. Inhale to bend the right knee, the bottom knee. Exhale, hands to prayer. Bend the left knee. So think hamstring curl because that's what this is. Choices. You can stay here in this kind of really funky We can call it maybe a vertical lunge, or you can grab the outside of the left ankle with the left hand. Keep the left foot flexed, keep pushing the left foot into the left hand. Right hand can just hang out at chest. One more breath. And then release the foot, lift back up, high lunge. Open out to warrior two. Inhale, we'll find those cow face arms again, right elbow up, left elbow down. Remember, your shirt can be a prop. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, this time, side angle, keep the cow face arms. One more time, inhale, reverse your warrior. Pushing down into your right front foot. Exhale, side angle. From here, release your arms out, coming about halfway. So your right palm is up, your left palm is up. Slowly begin to straighten through the right leg. Be aware that you're not locking that knee. If this feels too wide, so your back heel is not fully flat, wiggle that foot in and then find your triangle pose. Outer arm can rest on the inner right leg, or if you feel like you're not going to collapse too much, you can take the fingertips down. A nice little trick you can use is to take that top hand to the ribs and feel that they feel long versus rounded up or collapsed down. So just by placing that hand there, you can feel that. And then if you want to also take a hand to your lower ribs, it'll give you a good sense of how long you're staying in your waist. We want the length to remain. One more breath here. And then open back up, warrior two. Parallel your feet, reach up, look up, warrior two, back of the mat. Parallel the feet, reach up, look up. Warrior two, front of the mat. Windmill the hands down, flow if you want, or just step into down dog. We'll walk back whenever you're ready to for that second side. When you get to flat feet at the back of the mat, inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Standing tall, reaching up. We'll skip the chair here. So just coming into that samasthiti, that place of balance and equanimity. Maybe closing your eyes. Maybe checking in with your body. We have one more standing flow, just the left side. When you're ready to one-legged mountain, left leg lifts, arm lift. Your right leg for now is straight and strong. Left knee opens to the left, and then cross the left foot over the right side, hands to prayer. Sit back. We're not here for very long, so you're just working to stabilize in the balance, and then pushing back up one-legged mountain. Extend left leg forward. Take your body forward, high crescent lunge. Pull the elbows back as you bend. Pull the shoulder blades together. Lift the heart. Head forward, arms back. Once again, thumbs turn out, pinkies turn in, chest broaden. Start to tip the weight forward, warrior three. Lift the right leg, push through the right heel. Swim the arms forward, keep the warrior three. And if you feel wobbly, this is practice, right? Practice doesn't mean perfect. Hands come to prayer for the moment. Bend the left knee, the standing knee. Then hamstring curl the right knee. Remember, you can stay here. This is a lot. We're dropping the right knee so that it faces the ground, but we're lifting the thigh up. You might want to grab the outside of the right ankle, shin with the right hand. If you do that, you kick the foot into the hand. Take one more breath. Everybody let go, high lunge. Sometimes it boomerangs. It's a little too quick. Open out, warrior two. Cow face arms, left elbow up, right elbow down. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, side angle. Legs are stable. One more time. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Keep the shape in the legs. Just release the arms. So the left arm forward, right arm back, palms are up. Almost like you're offering something, I don't know, to Mother Earth, to the ceiling. Start to straighten your left leg. Again, if this feels too wide, it's too wide for my body, you might want to slide the right foot in a little bit. And then reaching out first, even more before you tip your arms for triangle. Again, Sometimes at home, when I can't see you, it can be helpful for you to kind of feel into your body, maybe a little more than you would in class. So feel free to hand hold yourself. Right hand to the top ribs, left hand to the bottom ribs, just to feel the sense of length in the waist. One more breath here. And then bring yourself up, warrior two. Parallel your feet, lift up. Warrior two, back of the mat. Parallel your feet, lift up. Warrior two to the front of the mat. Windmill the hands down. Option to flow or not. And from down dog, we'll roll forward into plank and then lower all the way to the belly. Okay, building up to that bow pose that I spoke of, we'll start with just a double hamstring curl with the legs. We won't worry about the arms. We won't worry about grabbing the ankles right now. So go ahead and just cross your forearms to create a little arm pillow for your forehead. Do bring your legs right behind your hips. So your legs do not need to touch here unless they naturally do. You want your legs hip distance. Flex the feet, so tuck the toes under. Everybody is doing nothing. Lift your feet off the ground and then start to bend your knees. Pull your heels towards your butt. Take a breath and try not to widen your knees. So back to the imagery of yoga block between the knees. One more breath. And then release your legs. You might want to windshield wiper the knees, wiggle the hips. Okay, next step, we're going to add the arms reaching back, but not touching the body. So hands are not touching the ankles or the feet or the shins just yet. We will take the arms out to a T. Palms are facing the floor for now. Same start with the legs. Toes are tucked. Lift your kneecaps, lift your legs. Start to bend your knees. Lift your chest and head up. Your arms are in a T. And then just turn your palms to face behind you and reach your arms back. You're not grabbing your legs right now. You're just reaching back. Take a deep breath in. Breath out. Again, let it go. Lie flat. Shake out the hips. Wiggle out the legs. Okay. You can come into full bow, and I'll talk us through that next. Or you can choose one of the first two versions we did. If you're like, my back doesn't feel super great, I really don't like to back bend, then options 1 or 2 are where you're going to go. If you want to come into that full bow, we'll start the same way, arms wide. Tuck the toes, lift the knees, bend the knees, lift the chest to head, palms flip back. Now we're actually trying to reach for the outsides of the ankles. So you may need to pull your heels closer in. If you get a hold of your shins or ankles, you want to then kick your feet back. That kicking action, that strength in your legs will then lift your chest. Wherever you are, whatever version you're in, take one more round. Big inhale. Big exhale. Let it go. Shake it out. When you're ready to, child's pose is where we'll meet. Big toes touch. Hips go towards those heels. Knees go wide. Elbows relax. Take a full inhale. Full exhale. We'll take a little side stretch. Walk your hands over to the right. Maybe you stack left hand over right. You drop your head as far as it will go. Full inhale. Full exhale to walk you over to the left. This side, maybe right hand is the top hand. Full inhale. Exhale, come back to center. Slide forward onto your belly, and we'll face a different direction to come onto our back. So just literally go onto your back. Bring your feet to the ground. Bring your head to the ground. We're not going to do bridge, but imagine that we were. So come into that start and just pause here for a moment. And then stack the right foot over the left thigh for figure 4. You can stay here or grab your left leg with your hands, and you have 3 breaths. So instead of our half pigeon today, since we focus more on opening the chest and strengthening the legs, doing shorter hip openings to finish. All right, letting go of those legs, finding your second side, figure 4. Again, you may feel a really good stretch without having to hold your right leg in your hand. So don't feel compelled to do that unless you need that to deepen the stretch. Finding your breath. Really starting to let yourself settle and flow. And then happy baby, knees outside of the ribs, feet to the ceiling. If it's hard to reach the feet without lifting your head and shoulders, then you grab lower on your legs. And you all know you can do whatever you want here. So rock it out, straighten one or both legs. Let some air and energy out with your weird exhales or your fun exhales. So feel free to get as playful as you want here. And I will let you decide how you want to finish your practice. If you're like, this feels great, this happy baby, right into corpse pose, then awesome. If you feel like you need 1, 2, 3 more finishing poses, and you know exactly what those are, what your body's craving, then you take those before you find your Shavasana. And we'll eventually meet in that final resting pose, whether that's straight arms, straight legs, or some other variation. That ultimate rest. You don't need to think about how you're breathing. Your bones are heavy. Your muscles are relaxed. There's nothing for your mind to focus on. So just that state of being rather than a state of doing. And I'll get everybody out of Shavasana in a moment or so. But taking the time here to settle, to soften, to let go. Pull the breath in through your nose. Fly the breath out through your mouth. And in whatever way it makes sense for you this afternoon, start to move again. And when you feel like you've kind of moved enough on your back, roll onto one side or the other and take a moment to rest your head on your arm, to rest your top leg on your bottom leg, to come into that fetal position, this pose of transition. Before you come to a seat, before you get on with your day, taking a few moments to settle into an intention, a state of being, a mindset, a word, an image that you want to carry you through the Sunday afternoon. And then slowly bring yourself into a comfortable seat. You can sit however it works for your legs. And we'll end with just one final round of breath. Hands could be on legs or at prayer. Do gently tuck your chin down, tipping that head forward as a sign of reverence to yourself and the other folks that you can't see but you know are here who practice with you. Take a full breath in. Take a full breath out. Thank you all for joining. Namaste.